So in this video we're going to look at how you score a request for quotation when you've added a measured variable into the event. So let's recap what we have here. I'm going to look at event 10 on my dashboard. I'm going to have a look at the event details here. So we can see as we go through that we have one lot for 100 square meters of this carpet, and we've also added a variable, lead time. So lead time is important to us here. In Procurement Power, just to reiterate, you can create events that are purely focused on price, i.e. the cheapest supplier wins the business, or you can add variables into your events. In this example we are adding lead time into the event because that's important to us, and we weight the event based off of 90% scoring on price and 10% scoring on lead time. So for example, if two suppliers quote the same price but one comes in with a shorter lead time, they will win the business based on the lead time. That's how Procurement Power will work. It's perfectly plausible, particularly if you make the weighting higher on lead time, that the higher price could win the business based on their shorter lead time. It depends on how you score it. So make sure you are very clear on what is the important aspects within your event before you do the weighting. So that's showing you what the event's about. I'm going to show you the stages we go through. As you can see in this example, supplier 21 has completed. That means they've RSVP'd and they've also given us the quote in terms of price as well as the lead time. Just going to take you through the other two suppliers now. So supplier 23 has been invited and waiting their response. As soon as they've RSVP'd yes, we'll get a change in their status. So again, we don't have to click anything on Procurement Power. It'll update automatically once they've come back and said yes, they want to compete. So you can see the status has changed to invited awaiting supplier onboarding. That means they're ready to go to the next stage. The next stage for this supplier is actually adding a lead time and giving their qualifying bid. So I'm just going to do this for this supplier and submit. Once I do that, we'll see this supplier status go to completed. Again, you didn't see me click any buttons here as the customer. As and when the suppliers provide the information, it will go through the next stage in the process. We've just gone through to the next stage where now all three suppliers have completed. That means all three suppliers have RSVP'd yes. They have then submitted their bid for this piece of business as well as their lead time. So we have a price and a lead time from the three suppliers. Once that's completed, this event actually hasn't concluded yet, but you can still see the event report to see who's leading the event, and it'll be based off of price and lead time as we've defined. So in the event report I can see the bid history and I can see lead time. You can see supplier 21 has been ranked 1 of 3. Now supplier 21 has actually bid the same price, final bid £20, but it's still been ranked number 1. The reason for that is because of the lead time. We've said in the event that lead time is important to us, and we will rank the suppliers based off of price as well as lead time. 90% based on price and 10% based on lead time. And when the supplier submitted the lead time, they said 7 days. When we score variables, we score them relative to each other. So you can see that a 7-day lead time has been scored relative to the 10-day lead time, and vice versa. So in this particular example, 7 days is the shortest lead time and therefore gets the highest rating in terms of scoring. And therefore supplier 21 with a 7-day lead time is going to be ranked number 1, even though it has the same bid. And that's how weighting works in Procurement Power. All the variables are scored relative to each other. So we can conclude that we can rank our suppliers based off of price and lead time in this example. It's up to you how you score these events. You can add in other variables like payment terms. You can create a questionnaire and score the questionnaire and then weight that into an event to score suppliers. It's up to you how you do it, and there really are infinite ways of doing this. If you want to see more training videos, please go to the specific videos that cater to what I just described. If there's any questions about this particular video, please email dan@procurementpal.com.